What's good, YouTube? It's your man BG Tech Life, and today I want to talk to you about the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. We 2 weeks in, and I want to give y'all my own personal feelings on why this device is taking me back into some good times in tech. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so I want to talk to you about the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's been 2 weeks, and today it's going to be my own personal feelings, the way I feel about this device, how I feel about the worth of this device, and things of that nature. And that's probably the first thing that we should tackle, worth. Now, I will say this, guys. I'm a guy that heavily leans on my smartphone, so I like to use my smartphones. I'm always on my smartphones, and I like to have things my way. So let's say we got a smartphone that's $1,000 and it's a good value and it can do a lot of stuff that a $1,500 smartphone do. But it's not exactly everything that you want in a smartphone, because the $1,500 smartphone's got some bells and whistles that you like. Now, if I'm using this device every day for a year, to me, it might be worth it to spend an extra $500, because I'm the type of person, if I don't spend an extra $500, I'll spend the whole year on a $1,000 device thinking about what I'm missing out on and the device that I really wanted, even though I got a great deal. And that's just kind of how I look at certain things. You can take that and do what you want with it, but I'm just giving y'all my outlook. Now, I will say it's a nostalgic fact to me with this Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. And the funny thing is, we saying S24 because it takes me back to the Galaxy Note 4. I really looked at that device as a powerhouse. It could do it all. It had a micro SD slot, audio jack, S Pen, flat display, but best display at the time, like a lot of Samsung devices do. And this device doesn't have like those extra things like a audio jack or micro SD card, but it got the S Pen, it has the flat display, and it's just a big, powerful device with one of the best screens on the market. So when you look at this device, compared to phones today, it's a very utilitarian device. I could pull this device out, take a quick note, and make a market list, or I could pull this device out, shoot some 4K footage, and actually edit the video in LumaFusion on this device. So that is utilitarian to me, a device that can cover the spectrum of getting a lot done. Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain, we got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in this device. And the way the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is performing, it can get anything done that I thought this device, editing, photo editing, gaming, anything I want to do on this device, I can do it, and the device still has room, or I haven't hit the ceiling when I do anything on this device. And that's important to me, because I like a device where I can do everything I want to do and I still have room to do more. If they came out with some more editing software tomorrow for a smartphone, but the device had to carry a heavier load, I like to have the top specs as far as performance go, so I got room to maneuver in whatever I want to do on my smartphone. And with this Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, you definitely have a lot of room to maneuver. You're definitely not hitting the ceiling at any point at anything that you do on the smartphone right now. And I like to be in that position as long as I can be in that position, because I'm a creative person and I want to do as much as possible with my smartphones when I need to, or when I feel like it. I may not be in a situation where I have all these other tools of content creation, so I would like to have a smartphone that I could really lean on and get things done with. Now, in no particular category is this camera system the best at anything. It's not the best point and shoot camera, it may not be the best selfie taker, but at the end of the day, all across the board, this is one of the most versatile smartphone camera systems out, as far as the zoom, as far as the things you can do with the selfie camera, still getting crispy 4K footage with a selfie camera, as far as the rear cameras recording up to 8K 30 frames per second footage. This is a lot in a smart device. When you invest in a device like this, you're not limited in anything that you want to do with the camera. My only thing is, when you jump for a device like this, when you spend the money for a device like this, actually have some uses for it, because it's so much that you can get done with this device. And with this camera system, anything that you want to capture, you can capture. And I mean, you don't need to be a content creator to just want to capture your journey, whatever your journey is. But as far as the camera system on this device go, it's super versatile, and you can do just about anything that you want to do with it, or anything that you could do on any other smartphone with it. You can get real nitpicky and say, okay, this does this or this doesn't do that. But as far as just a straight up camera system with good cameras, this is one. Now, it may be certain preferences where you like a photo to look a certain way. Also, on top of that, guys, we got so many new editor features, so much new Galaxy AI stuff in the photo editor. That is a whole bunch of things that you can try and you can adjust, because the picture that you take don't have to be the exactly picture that you post. You can edit it. It's a whole bunch of things, and there's a whole bunch of ways to move. And if you actually take time to learn your smartphone, you'll learn how to produce some of the best videos, pictures, and content that you probably ever created. It's not a lot of times it's not about the phone, it's about the user. Now, when it comes to the build and the display on this phone, guys, Samsung really does their thing. I do say that this is a behemoth, and it is one of the biggest phones, but we got to remember, this device is called the Ultra, and it's called the Ultra for a reason. It's the ultra size, it's got the ultra display, best display out right now with the anti-glare. Nobody is even doing anti-glare. That's something that the rest of the industry is gonna have to pick up on. This is the only device touting the anti-glare display right now. It's insane how good this display look at almost any angle that you put it on. Now, the build on this device, like I said, is nostalgic to me. It's giving me Galaxy Note 4 vibes. I can't complain about how big this device is, because I stepped up. I didn't buy S24. I didn't buy S24 Plus. I stepped up and bought the Ultra. And this box star feeling is giving me Note vibes. And when I look at this device, I actually think of a notepad. So yeah, of course it is a bit big and maybe a bit unwieldy at times, especially for certain people that don't have large hands. This is in true tradition of a Note. And the titanium build just looks really good and really refined also. So at the end of the day, when it comes to Samsung and the Galaxy S24 Ultra, guys, Samsung went out, put a flat display in this device. They gave it Galaxy AI features to keep up with the times, the best Snapdragon processor that's available at the time. They just made it the ultra premium flagship that it has been. And if you want this device, Samsung said you gotta pay for it, and it is what it is. But these are just my thoughts. It's your boy BG Tech Life. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you watching. I'm out. Peace.